The English Riviera is a place where holidaymakers used to flock all over the country to see, but deprivation, homelessness and urbanisation has occurred and changed the landscape. These issues are prevalent all over the UK, but shining a light on the prevalent issues in British towns and seaside towns, plus giving pointers to helplines and volunteering agencies will help prevent and tackle these drawbacks. Giving a voice to young people is paramount in preserving, helping and maintaining Torbay. Fortunately, there are places and agencies that can help with these issues. There are also lovely places in the English Riviera. Under the glitz and glamour of tourism is deprivation, drug addiction and housing problems. Let's see what young people and businesses have to say about living in Torbay and have their insights on what should be improved.
Hello. Hello, my name is Chad Nelson and I live in Torbay.
Hi there, I'm Connor Keneally. I'm a Senior Economic Development Officer at Torbay Council.
Hi, I'm Sophie and I care about young people because I am a mum of 3.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie. I run the Nature Nook. We're a ethical pet shop and exotic animal rescue here in Paynton.
I run Ceylon Guest House. I work with the council, taking in young youths who haven't got any parents and basically nowhere to live.
I care about young people because they're our future, and we need to make sure in roles like myself that we're providing young people with the opportunities to flourish in Torbay, contribute to the economy and ultimately make Torbay a better place. Young people are in the best position to be able to do that.
I would say there's not much opportunities for young people to get out and meet new people, and for instance people like come from backgrounds from social care get looked at differently as they leave, if that makes sense.
The biggest challenges facing young people in the Bay is making friends and finding the right sort of things to do. Like, most people just go out shopping, but I wish there's more things for people to do, especially young people as well.
As a parent of 10 children, it's a matter of 10 opportunities and support for the parents, the children, the wider community around it, and the understanding of that as well.
I would say that the biggest challenges affecting young people in Torbay are sort of rural isolation, maybe a lack of connectedness to the rest of the country, having real great aspirations locally.
Well, probably accessibility and the roads. There's almost every road and pavement has a lot of potholes and cracks.
So one of the challenges facing young people in Torbay is a lack of provision in regards to youth clubs and outdoors and sports, etc. So, for example, when I was growing up, youth clubs were readily available to young people, and I was able to benefit through those Friday nights, Saturday nights, etc., and be in spaces that with like-minded people, safe spaces, and I could contribute to really cool activities. And I do feel as if there's a lack of that just due to various forms of funding.
The biggest challenges in maintaining business, I think, are mostly seasonal. Obviously, we get a lot of business in the summer. There are lots of people who come down in summer, but it's sort of up to the council and the businesses to bring those people. It can be difficult to maintain that through the winter when there are less people around and it's less busy.
They keep bringing in different charges. They're not helping us. They're not upkeeping places for visitors to go. They're closing stuff and they're just basically not funding anything.
Yeah, there's plenty of opportunity in the area that are youth facing, but there's also different groups and cafes and things that are for young people.
Oh gosh, yes. I mean, there's internships. Also, you've got Sound Futures, Sound Communities, FAB, and yeah.
I wish young people could find opportunities, but not always, because if you look at those 2 lovely big hotels which were done because of the council, how many actual people in Torbay actually got a job there?
I would say yes, young people can find opportunities in the Bay, but it really depends. I think if a young person is looking for a specific type of opportunity that maybe we don't have the skill base locally or the culture locally, then they might struggle a bit more than someone looking for an opportunity in, say, hospitality or the tourism industry.
I think the biggest change can actually come from the young people themselves. It's kind of, if they are pointed in the right direction, that they're able to kind of pave their own way, and change isn't going to come from a sword forcing it on somewhere.
It's probably a mix of young people and the older people who can actually get mixed into the boring stuff.
The biggest change in Torbay could come from the council, actually reopening all the stuff they keep closing.
If we, organisations like the council, businesses, Sound Futures, different training providers, if we can provide the spaces that the young people can flourish in, the young people themselves will be able to create the opportunities because, as I mentioned earlier, they're the future. They have the skills, they're far more advanced than people like I am in terms of technology and creativity. So as long as we're providing the spaces and the funding for young people to have the opportunities and to make the change, I'm confident young people can do that in Torbay.
I think Torbay is amazing. I think the people are lovely. It's such a nice community. People are really, really helpful, and everyone wants to sort of band together and do best by other people in the area.
The Bay is changing for the better in the most part. We are more inclusive. There is so much more support now, and hopefully with people caring more, it is going to get better.
Your future is what you make it, so kind of make the most of opportunities that are given to you.
No matter what your limitations are, there's always like a way to get there. So I, for example, I've got like multiple learning disabilities. I always wanted to work with animals, and I always thought like I wouldn't have a route into it because I wasn't very good at maths. There's always a route into whatever it is that you want to do, no matter what challenges you might be facing in the meantime.
Positive things for young people. It's really hard. The world seems to want to beat you down and make you go into all the boring things, but just try your hardest. You have friends no matter what you think, even if you haven't met them yet.
Be confident in what you believe you're good at, take risks, and also collaborate and learn from one another to ultimately make Torbay a better place.
Stay happy, stay strong, and try and make friends.
Welcome to the birthplace of Agatha Christie, through towns of calm beauty and rich history, enacting the mystery of the English Riviera, made up from remnants of a different era. Some whose lives are gifted fairer, and others suffer and live in terror. Riding the calm breeze and gliding by palm trees, patriots with Viking tattooed arm sleeves, bikers on the esplanade, getting ready for the next parade, desperate for shades ahead for the arcade. Was said to be paid, but who's really getting played? Dreams of getting better along with stacks of pennies fade. Crying kids telling fibs about money wasted on claw-grabbing bids, mixed up like the temperamental weather at the end of the pier, at the end of my tether. Surfers and sandcastles in the sewage on the beach, wanna punch the seagulls but they're just out of reach. Dive bombing chips on the grovel strips, or annoying the fishermen out on the ships. In Brixham you might like the Pirate Festival, but there are parts which not all find accessible. Lovely swans chilling in the harbours, wannabe roadmans getting skin fades in the barbers. Old people meandering and judging the youth, and anyone else with a different truth. They never visit foreign lands, yet walk the streets with constant hands, leaving their litter on the orange sands. Youngsters with time on their hands at bus stations with monster cans, remain forgotten in the council's plans, no longer grand with their development dreams, but preoccupied with malevolent schemes.